Hey everyone, it's Ashley, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with another what I've been warming video, and these scents or what I've been warming and burning is from January 13th through the 25th. And full disclaimer, I think I mentioned in my last video, but in case you missed it, we are going through a little kitchen remodel. I wouldn't exactly call it little, I guess. We're going through a kitchen remodel, which has affected some of my warming, burning, etc. habits. I felt like I was doing super well the first 2 weeks of the year, like on a really good routine. And then, of course, we had to tear everything out, get rid of our countertops, plugins were adjusted, you know what I mean. So it's really kind of switched things up. We've had people here working on and off, installing things, demo, etc. So that has kind of adjusted things because I feel like everything's just in a little bit of disarray. Then once we're kind of back to normal, I'm trying to get other stuff settled versus warming things immediately. So it's been a little bit different, but I still have some things to share. So let's get into it. I think I was on the cusp of warming this at the end of my last video, but I think it only had been in for a day, so I didn't want to talk about it yet. But in my living room, have my notepad next to me. In my living room, I did Whiteout, and this is a scent I had in my club for a while. It's like a cinnamon stick peppermint gum, which I'm totally not into gum wise. But in this scent, it's really nice. And Corey actually really likes it as well. I love anything minty. So it's not that hard to impress me when it comes to mints because I really like a lot of mint aspect things. This one, however, I would never know this on cold, but I warmed it one time and I realized that it had the nicest woody undertone, kind of there's a wood scent that comes out. It's not pine or balsam, but it's kind of that vibe of a tree note that comes out with the peppermint. It's so nice. It's just warm and cozy, even though it's a icy peppermint scent. So I do like it during the winter. It's not quite as cold feeling as some of the other peppermints, and so I thought it would be a little bit warm and cozy. So did 2 cubes of that, as you can see in my living room. I just want to address my my little drawstrings on my sweater. If you have cats, maybe these look familiar to you, but these have both been very much destroyed by Gemma. She didn't just get one, she got both of them. So it's not that I just don't know how to upkeep my sweater, it's that Gemma is upkeeping it for me. Thank you, Gemma. Okay, next, I do believe I warmed this as a prompt as part of the wax melting challenge. I believe the prompt was melt something you didn't get to in December. I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly. I didn't exactly write that down, but I'm pretty sure I remember that. I went with Winterberry Apple Tea, and I did 2 cubes here in my office. And I don't know if you can see, I just got this bar in December. I date all my bars. So this one I just got in December, and I got it kind of late in the season, so I didn't really get around to it. And I was more so focusing on my pine Christmas tree scents, but I hadn't had it yet this season. So I really do like this scent. So I decided to pop it in, especially for that prompt. I felt like it was very fitting. This scent is just so warm and cozy. Every time I smell it, on cold, it smells good. Warming, it just develops into this beautiful, beautiful scent. So I'm so glad I popped it in, because I feel like it's one I can overlook because I'm oh yeah, I know I love it, whatever. But then I kind of just set it to the side. So I was really happy I did it in my office. It did really well in here. And I've kind of been putting different scents in different areas, trying to do some of the wax melting challenge. And I really love just coming into my office and experiencing this one. I feel like it made me appreciate it a little bit more than if I probably would have just thrown in the whole bar all over the house, because I kind of stepped away from the Whiteout, came to my office, got a little whiff of this. It was warm and cozy, but a completely different vibe from the Whiteout. So I have plenty of my bar left. I feel like this has been a little bit different for me, not using the whole entire bar at one time. It's not, I think, as like mentally, I'd rather just use the whole bar and like have an empty. But I'm trying this year in 2025 to track my empties more and like use things how I would as a consumer and not like overuse, just to like rush through things and kind of just like see what I gravitate towards naturally. So this has been fun, just like not feeling pressured to use certain things to use them up. Like, what am I reaching towards? And yes, I have some half-used bars, but I can reach for them again next week and continue to use them, as you'll see through this pile. So like trying to overcome some of my mental hurdles, you know what I'm saying? Okay, this next bar I did for my like Facebook VIP Tester Tuesday. It is Woolly Slippers, which is a part of the Bring Back My Bar for this month. And I believe the notes on this are marshmallow, vanilla, and lavender, if I'm remembering that correctly off the top of my head. Smells divine. Smells so divine. It's literally like lavender marshmallow. If you guys remember that candle from Bath & Body Works, it feels very, very similar to that. I do feel like I get equal parts lavender, vanilla, and marshmallow. Like, it's not super lavender heavy. It's not like the marshmallow is completely overtaken, because marshmallow can be a hard scent to develop and just like actually get accurate. I feel like phenomenal job here on the scent. I tested this in where I test things, my bathroom, which is just literally like a regular bathroom with a shower. It's not huge, it's not super tiny, it's just an average bathroom in my opinion. And then also the bedroom, which once again is just a regular size bedroom, probably like your standard, like what, 12 by 12, like nothing fancy. In the bathroom, I just have a mini bulb plug-in warmer, so like 15 watt. In the bedroom, I'm using like a 10 watt element warmer. I almost lost that word. So not like super aggressive warmers, if you know what I'm saying, like not the highest bulb wattage, like super like burning off the scent super fast, or, you know, letting go a lot of scent oils, etc., because they're also not that big of spaces. Like, I don't need the power I need in my living room in the bedroom because it's just a smaller space. So I'm acknowledging I don't have super powerful warmers in either of those places, but I normally get super performance in both. Usually more so in the bathroom because it is a smaller space. And then the bedroom, sometimes a little bit harder. Since I've put the element warmer in there, I think things have been doing better. This scent on the first day did really well in the bedroom. Like, it was stronger in there. In the bathroom, I couldn't smell it at all. In the bedroom, like, it was noticeable, but I wouldn't say it was above like a light medium. So just full setting expectations, like, this was so light. Then on day 2, I felt like I could semi-smell this in the bathroom, like a light. And I feel like in the bedroom, it had dropped to a light. Like, it was, when I got whiffs of it, it was so yummy. But like, where were the other, where was the scent? I feel like it just totally, I don't know if it got overtaken by other scents in the house, or like, maybe I'm someone who's not as sensitive to scents anyway, so like that could be part of it. I don't know. It just like did not perform well. I'm assuming it's a fresher pour, but still, like, it doesn't smell non-existent on cold. Maybe it's just the type of scent it is. I'm super curious to see what other people have to say about this. It is not going to be around much longer because it's only here for Bring Back My Bar. I love the scent profile. Didn't love the performance. So that's where I'm going to go with that one. Okay, the next, in my living room, once again, I've kind of just been like rotating around in a circle. Once scents start to die off, I'll replace it in that specific area. So in my living room again, I did Candy Cane Buttercream. I was still craving that like peppermint. I think on this day, it was like Melted Club scent, I think. And Candy Cane Buttercream is one of the few scents that survived my recent club edit. If you watch that video, I ended up cutting like 75% of my club bars, and this is a survivor. This isn't the current catalog, which we will be switching catalogs fairly soon. But even though it's in the catalog, I still have it in my club because I love this scent. It's exactly what it sounds like, candy cane buttercream. When this was originally launched, it was part of a Scentspirations collection, which if you're newer, you haven't heard of those. It's basically they take an existing scent and like mash it up to make some inspired scents from it. So this one was from the scent Vanilla Bean Buttercream, which is where the buttercream comes from, and they mixed it with candy cane. So it's like a peppermint vanilla bean buttercream. It's so yummy. I love that it's red as well. It just makes it like fun and seasonal for winter. I don't know. But it's the nice, lovely peppermint candy cane. I love peppermint. We already know this. But it has that element of vanilla bean buttercream and it's so yummy. Like if you're a bakery lover and you also like peppermint, this is the zone. This is exactly what I want. So I put this in my club. I haven't had it all season, so I added it to a recent order. And I'm so happy I did because I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna wait. Once again, I got this just in December. If you can see my little sticker, I'm like, I'm not gonna wait and like save this because I'm just gonna use 2 cubes. I'm just gonna pop it in a warmer and use 2 cubes. So once again, 2 cubes just in my living room and it did fine. Was it blowing me out of the house? No, but I just kind of had it as like a little background scent. So really enjoyed that there. And then this I did downstairs for the second time in a row. It's Fresh Ice. So as you can see, I'm working my way through this bar. I just literally keep putting this downstairs. Will I do it? I probably need to start changing some wax out. Will I put this in again? I don't know because like, do I need to go for a 3-peat? But I'll get to when I get to the candles. I have my candle crock going down there, so it kind of is going with that scent. But this is so strong and it's been lasting for so many days. Like I only changed this one time from the last video I did, and I had this going before that. So like that went for plenty of days. This is going for plenty of days. It's just a really strong, you guessed it, peppermint. It's literally just like a peppermint bergamot. I don't know. It's inspired by NHL, like hockey. It's very fresh, almost like trying to like, this is bakery peppermint for sure. The whiteout is kind of like that woodsy peppermint. This is almost more like bergamot peppermint, like almost citrusy kind of borderline. Corey loves it. It's so strong though. So I was going to do like 2 cubes as I like work my way through the bars, like do 2 and then do a 3 and a 3 just to like, if it's, you know, needs a little bit more when I like use the first 2, like maybe it could be stronger to my open concept. Like that's probably what I'll do here. But this scent's so strong. I was like, I just need to use 2 cubes again because I'll be blown out of the house if I do 3. So that's what I did. And then I have 2 that I did at work. So the first one is this lovely sample of Mint to Be Merry, which you can tell because I just wrote it right on in Sharpie on this little plastic bag. This is not like it was a leftover sample, as you can tell by this bag probably. So it wasn't like fresh, but it was like, it couldn't be over a couple months old. So I get that you're not supposed to like store wax in plastic bags. I get it. But also like, you can put it in there and give a sample to somebody and it will still smell. Like this definitely still smelled on cold. It wasn't like the plastic had like absorbed all of the scent, if you will. But I'm acknowledging it wasn't fresh. Anyway, I brought this to work because I was like, it might be nice. I'm trying to figure out my new work setup and like how I do scents in there. So I have a warmer at my desk, which a lot of the days I just turn on for like the ambiance. It's just, it's the Unbelievable warmer, which isn't around anymore. It might be in the clearance section to be honest, but it's not like very strong. It's a full size warmer with a 15-watt bulb in it. Like it's just pretty and I like to turn it on for like coziness. At my old desk, I would turn it on with scents in it and I had a little like wax cup dish, like a flip cup thing, you know, so you didn't have to like be super high maintenance with changing the wax, I guess. Like you literally just take the cup out when it's hard, pop it out. When the wax is solid, put it back in. I think that cup needs to be washed. I don't know if that's a thing, but I feel like there's a lot of scent oils in that cup, making sense in their smell weird. So I put this on top of that. I feel like the last thing I did in there was Crimsonberry Christmas, and the scents I put in, like this one, for example, have just like this undertone of cinnamon or something because of the oils in that scent are just kind of like stained at the bottom of this dish. So I think it's silicone, but I'm assuming I can just maybe like wash it with some dish soap, maybe. Like this is, I'm thinking of doing. I put in the Mint to Be Merry on top, like into this flip cup dish. I could not smell the Mint to Be Merry. It just smelled like this weird combination of like the cinnamon, past scents I had warmed in this dish, and just like not the yummy mint vanilla. Like Mint to Be Merry is kind of along the lines of a candy cane buttercream. It's just like marshmallow mint, like these types of scents. It's right in that line of scent category. Was not getting any of that. Like, and I have been having really good luck in my new location I sit because there's an air vent like right above me and it really blows scent around. So like it was very, very strange. So I just took it out. I like literally couldn't smell it. I let it go the whole entire day. Turned the warmer off. I took it out of the flip cup dish and I like smelled it when it was cold after going for the whole day. And once again, it literally just smelled like this cinnamon, like not at all what it smells like. And I think that's just how the flip cup dish smells because there's so much like past scent oil in it. Unlike my regular scenting warmers, like I generally try to clean those out when they kind of get gross at the bottom. When they start to get all the scent oils, like you can just put counter clean, isopropyl alcohol, dish soap if it's like there's no wax in there, and just like clean out your dish. This is not getting any of that action because it's silicone, and I just like, I've never thought about it, I guess. I've never had this issue before. So I think I need to clean it, and it would maybe help some of my work warming issues. In the meantime, I just brought one of my Scentsy spatulas because I was like, screw it, I'm not using the flip cup. I want to use my warmer. I'm just going to use the real dish the warmer came with. So I brought my Scentsy spatula to kind of just make it a little bit easier to change wax. I don't have to do like cotton balls. I don't have to pour things off, whatever. But I also don't have to like use a plastic knife or something that I don't want to scratch my dish. So I brought my spatula. So then I was really mad about the Mint to Be Merry. I was like, why did this not work? Then I brought these two samples. I mixed them together as well. Vanilla bean buttercream and cashmere and corduroy. As you can see, these samples are not young and fresh. They've seen some things. I have so many like tester things, and these were just some of my older ones, and I was like, these look terrible. I'm just gonna warm these. I'm trying to find something to emulate some Pacific Sandalwood. Was this that? No, but I did really like this combination. I feel like some combination of cashmere corduroy, maybe a vanilla bean buttercream, and maybe just like something else, and maybe not all like 1-to-1. Like there maybe needs to be some ratios or something. Could maybe be in the realm. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Some people do this, like they're like, can create mixes out of nowhere. Could you help me find something for Pacific Sandalwood? I even have a bar. I pulled out a bar to like see. It's not in its prime. But like I pulled out a bar to get inspired. And this was not quite there. So anyway, I warmed these two at work. They did super in my regular dish. They threw very well. I did them for a whole entire day, went fine. And I feel like actually, surprisingly, they were pretty contained to my area I sit in. They didn't like travel outside of it. So I didn't feel like it was like being aggressive to other people. So got no complaints about it, but I'm going to use this for a couple more days. I only did it on Friday. And it probably ran for maybe like 9 hours. So I'll be curious to see how it goes kind of into the week. But if this does end up working, maybe I won't use my silicone dish at all. It'll probably just depend how fed up I get in changing my wax, to be honest. So we will see. Okay, if you're only here for wax warming, thank you so much for joining. If you are here to hear about candles as well, I only have a couple to talk about, so let's just get into it. So the candle I probably worked on the most is this Bath & Body Works Sugared Snickerdoodle. This is the oldest like seasonal candle in my collection, so I've been trying to kind of show it some more love. I warmed it or burned it 3 times since we last chatted, which isn't, oh no, I did it 4 times. I did 4 burns on this since we last chatted, which doesn't seem like that much considering it's been like 12 whole days. But once again, you just haven't been in my routine, so it is what it is. I was, prior to our kitchen remodel, I was enjoying my candles mostly in the kitchen underneath the like stove range. Recently, because it's kind of been torn apart, I've been trying to light things up in our like bathroom. So just to kind of keep it fresh in there, it's cozy vibe, etc. So because I also test wax in there, it's not like been super easy to balance those two things. But anyway, I've really been enjoying this. So anywho, also burned this candle. I'm gonna have plenty to say about this candle. So this is Country Candle Coffee Shop, and maybe you have heard Country Candle. I do believe the specific Country Candle line is getting discontinued from Crinkle. That's literally about the extent of what I know. I don't know the timeline. I don't know anything more than that. Other than I watched a video from Mr. Kong's mom and she said it was going away. That's the extent of the knowledge I have. So anyway, but back to what I burned. I burned this one time, and I know you can see this because I can see it in the like on the screen. I don't remember this being as sooty the time before when I burned it, but you can see that. Like you can see that. I did it under my stove, so I'm like, okay, hopefully the jar is catching most of this. Hopefully like a ton of this isn't going into the air, right? But I just didn't love that. Like that really kind of upset me. I'm not a like super picky candle person, but soot is one thing I am picky about, so that really kind of upset me. This is still the paraffin wax, I will say, so I'm not really shocked or surprised. Like I'm not, it wasn't unexpected, I guess, even though it did upset me. So I burned it once. What I did after that, because I did this 3 different times, I put it under my candle lamp twice. So once again, I was inspired by Mr. Kong's mom to bust out my candle lamp. I've been trying to figure out like how to use it. I may, instead of putting a warmer back in the kitchen, I may put my candle lamp in the kitchen once the remodeling is done. I don't necessarily want to bring it out there now while we're in this like lull, because our guy is going to be coming back to be doing more like installation of the backsplash and stuff. So we're not quite done with the countertop backsplash kitchen situation. So I'm trying to limit what goes on the counter, if you will. So I've just been doing this under my lamp in the mornings. Well, I did it twice in my office here, just because I was like, I want to get out my lamp and just kind of like, can I find a way to use it? Because I put it away and I probably haven't used it in honestly a year, just because I didn't have a good way to use it in my routine. So I do like that I can just use it for a small amount of time. I can get a candle going, and like a coffee scent, I don't want it to go for hours and hours anyway. So I feel like that's been kind of convenient. I haven't done anything with this one. I've only melted it a couple times. Like I haven't poured it off or anything yet. So I'm curious to see how that kind of goes. Because that is the most annoying thing to me about lamping, is having to pour off wax. And it's not the fact that I have to pour it off. I think it's the fact that like, I never know when to. Like, I don't know. Lamping is not my preferred way compared to like a candle crock. But this isn't something I would want to put in a candle crock, because I wouldn't want my house to smell like a coffee shop 24/7. Like that would definitely upset me. And it would probably upset Corey. He'd be like, why does it smell like this at 8 p.m. at night. Like, I think it just would like mess with me, especially since I only do the scents in the morning generally. High maintenance, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what I do with my candle crock. But I will not be burning this one anymore. I say all that to say no more burning on here. I haven't burned a lot of my soy country candles, so don't know. Okay, in the downstairs, I don't actually have this to show because it's in my candle crock. I put in my twisted peppermint. It was like it was maybe a little bit fuller than this, or maybe about the same height, whatever, wax left as this candle. But I put it in the candle crock downstairs because I was just really not digging it burning. It was really kind of bothering me. It's been very nice in the candle crock. I've really been enjoying it. I put my candle crock downstairs, so it's like in our like living area bar space. It kind of fills the general like living area of the downstairs. Doesn't quite go back to the bedrooms, but it has pretty good scent throw. I feel like it melted really fast. It's been doing really well. It's been in there for maybe like 7 days. I don't know. I don't turn it on every single day. I've only been turning it on when we're like home for at least a day. So like if it's during the week and we're going to work all week, I don't like to leave it on like that when we're gone during the day. It's probably fine, because what's really the difference between leaving it on the weekend and we leave the house? Like, I don't know, but I've only really been turning it on the weekends just because that's what I've been doing. So it hasn't been going like 7 whole consecutive days. It's been going for like 4 when we had off for the remodel, and then I turned it on again this weekend and stuff like that. So it's almost to the end of its life in there. And then I'll probably try to pop something else into it, which maybe will be like the sugared snickerdoodle or something, just to kind of continue to like work things out. But yeah. So, and then my last candle I worked on, I only burned this once, but it's the Give Hope Peppermint Marshmallow. You guys know I love this one if you've been around. Just so yummy. I think I probably did it when I did the candy cane buttercream because it's, once again, so yummy and very similar to that scent. I just love it. So only did this once, but not really offended by that. So that is everything. I feel like that was a lot of words for not a lot of things to talk about, but it's kind of how I am. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you're warming down below. Are you getting into your spring feels at all? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.